I know I really enjoyed my open week. Got some rest and much needed relaxation. Unfortunately, I'm sure it was a much different experience for our coaching staff and our players as they try to find a way to get the Spiders back on the winning track. Hello, Spider fans everywhere and college football fans across America and around the world. Satchmo with the Spider Gang. Glad to be back for another episode of Spiders Prologue. On Saturday, the UAlbany Great Danes come to the Brick House to play the Spiders in Game 5 at 3 p.m. All week long, Coach Huseman in his multiple media sessions talked about how necessary it was for the Spiders to get better. Obviously, he wasn't going to give out the specifics of his game plan for Albany or of any changes that we'll see on Saturday, but he hinted at a few personnel changes which hopefully will put the best 11 players on the field on both sides of the ball. And he also talked of some new packages on the offensive side and the defensive side. Execution, execution, execution was the much needed theme of his comments. We have to get better at executing. And Coach and the players who met with the media this week also discussed the intangibles. We need to play with more emotion. We need to recapture some of our swagger. I even heard the term, when they get physical, we need to punch them back. Can't wait to see the Spiders back on the field with that kind of attitude. And you know what, Spider fans? We can expect a tussle from Albany. It seems like we always get one. Remember last year's 3 overtime win? The Great Danes have found themselves this year in the FCS top 25, and they've already beaten Villanova in the CAA. They bring in one of the CAA's best defenses and are allowing only 12 points on average per game. Ironically, last game for Albany, they lost 6-0 to Elon. They held Elon, who put 36 points on us the week before, to only 2 field goals. Offensively, they like to run the ball, but they're struggling, having lost their All-American candidate running back, and are definitely and obviously having trouble putting points on the board. They'll face a Richmond offense, which leads the CAA and FCS nationally in many of the offensive categories. They'll also face a Richmond defense, which, as we know, has struggled quite a bit so far this season. This may be a great example of the old sports cliche, where the irresistible force meets the immovable object. But old Satchmo thinks Richmond gets some of that pride, emotion, and swagger back and gets a tough win over the Great Danes. And the Spider Gang predictors have come back relaxed as well. They haven't given up on the Spiders either. Take a look at these picks. That's all for Albany. Execute, execute, execute. Go Spiders. So long for now.